Alright boys, in today's video we are going to be going over the Chapter 30 Challenge Quest. So it just came out, right in here real quick. Seeking the Deus Gate and Dragon Summit. Let's go down a little bit. Beyond the Ages. It's pretty easy, but it is kind of gimmicky, I guess. So you're going to need some sort of freeze res, and then you're going to want Paralyze, Burn, if you can. If you can't get Burn, it's not that big of a deal. It's just going to help you deal more damage. But Paralyze is going to be really good. So we have this bow right here. 80% chance of Paralyze. And we have the... this equip actually like just re-ran. So if you got it, it's 4-star magic that can Paralyze. So that's nice. But this is the team that we're going to run that's going to do it really fast. And then I also have a team right here with Rias on it. So this team, what you're going to need, you need that... flinch res. So we got Shadow right here. His art has flinch res on it for the whole team, so nobody's gonna get frozen. And then right here, the boss doesn't actually have shield killer, so we have Kirasame, and he has passive flinch res, I'm pretty sure, through his true weapon. Yeah, right here, paralysis and freeze res 100% up. So you need that, and then you need the paralyze. Right here we have that one, and then on this team we didn't even use a paralyze. You don't really need it. It just helps speed it up. But then you're gonna need obviously arch gen, damage, and the most important thing for this fight is accuracy. So right here we have Shadow, who, if you don't know, on his true art has a stacking. If it'll let me go to him, on his true art has a stacking evasion rate down. So evasion rate by 30% for 40 seconds. So this stacks pretty quick. The animation's super fast. Shadow is one of the best units in the game. So if you have him, use him here. But if you just got Yubel, she's actually pretty good here because her art gives the next super art 50% accuracy up. And on her super art, she's getting 150% accuracy up. So she's got 200% accuracy up. She's going to be hitting the boss. She's actually really good for this. And then we got SGL for the equips to make sure our paralysis equips are up more often. So, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's get right into the fight. I'm going to grab some water cheese and we're going to get into it. All right, here we go. So to start, we 1 or 2 units might get frozen because we have to get Kirasame's super art up before we actually have that flinch res. So we just gotta get a little bit more arch gen. But everything else is up right now, so we are doing pretty good. And then right here, we're gonna want to paralyze when the boss is doing its art. And we're gonna want to use, I don't know if Hoka's accuracy up will stack. It probably won't, but I'm gonna use it anyways, just because, you know, why not? We got 200% accuracy up on Yubel. She's gonna hit pretty hard, and then we're gonna use that SGL super art to give her 300% damage up. Make sure True Third Eye is active, and hopefully this gets us to, yep. And then maybe this will paralyze. All right, we hit the paralyze right there. 60% chance. That is nice. We're gonna do another super art, and it's gonna hit pretty hard. Unfortunately, not hard enough, but that's okay. And now we have our paralysis back up on SGL. Okay, I'm gonna get the Archon back on Yubel. In terms of like the challenge quests, honestly, I feel like they've been getting easier and easier. Does anybody else feel that way? Because like, ever since the BF Emp one, his was really hard. I remember it being really, really hard. And then, what was after his? It was like Roy. Roy's was pretty hard, but it wasn't as hard as Emp's. And then we had Titan Roy, which was pretty easy. And then we had Verzard, which was also pretty easy. It was even easier than Titan Roy. And then we had, now we have this, which is, I mean, I guess this one might be a little bit harder, but it's super gimmicky and it's pretty easy. Oh, we gotta use our Paralyze. All right, there we go. And then we hit him with the super art, and this should do a ton of damage. I was hoping it was going to do more, but, you know, that's okay. Maybe I didn't have one of my buffs up. Oh, and also with Kirasame, he has a chance to burn, and then if you burn, you're gonna do a lot more damage. So I forgot to mention that, but you know, look at all that damage right there. We're gonna try and get another burn with Kiri, and we're just gonna hit him with a Yubel Super Art, and he should definitely die. Okay, we got the burn off. And all we gotta do is have Yubel's... Okay, I didn't have my crit debuff, which is actually, like, tragic. But here we go. We should definitely be good now. If we're not good now, there we go. Okay. So, minute 43. It's pretty quick. But some people, I don't know what they're doing. I was using some of the comps they have. I'm going to show the leaderboards quick. And then I could show this Rias fight, but I don't really want to because it's going to take a little bit longer. It's like a 2-minute long fight. A little bit over 2 minutes with my Rias comp. But basically with this comp, literally all you do, you just... with Rias, you're just True Art spamming. Unless maybe you need that HP up and the tiny little shield on his art. And then BFM, True Art, Super Art cycle to make sure your defense equips are up all the time. And to make sure you get tons of art shen and a small damage buff. And then we have Shadow, who's going to be our DPS with his evasion down. And we have this equip on him, which actually gives him 30% accuracy up, which is very nice, especially for this fight. And then Hoka, you know, he's just being Hoka. Best unit in the game. Why wouldn't I use him? So I'm just going to use a Super Art and then True Art to get a crit debuff. Okay, and then on the leaderboards real quick, these are crazy. I don't know what these people are doing to clear it in 10 seconds. So I'm like, they have a bunch of paralysis and burn equips in here. I don't know like what's going on, but it seems like they're at the first time the boss uses their art, they're just paralyzing it and then nuking it. And I've tried it a bunch of times, but I always get stuck at the first threshold. And I know you can paralyze the first threshold, but I don't think you can paralyze the last threshold, so I don't know how they're getting through the last threshold. I'm just a little confused, and I don't know if they're like cheating or they have some sort of gimmick. Maybe they just have a better gaming chair, you know? It really could be anything. But yeah, I'm kind of lost on how they're just beating this in 10 seconds. That's kind of crazy. But, you know, good for them. Good for them. Oh, we got a Luan on the leaderboard. That's cool. Dude, he came out like... What? This dude already got 444+ on Luan. Came out like 2 days ago. Maybe a little bit more than 2 days ago. But still, that's crazy. All right, and, you know, honestly, I think in terms of main stories, I would say, like, this one was super hard. This one was pretty hard. This one was, it was hard. This one was mid. I think this one's back up to hard. I feel like Verzard's is easier just because this one's more gimmicky. Verzard's, you just need to heal. But yeah, it's still not that... It's not that bad. You should be able to beat it. Getting a Rias clear might be a little bit more difficult, but remember, you can always just beat it twice. Like, you don't have to get all 3 of these in the same clear. You can just do a clear with no deaths and no continues. And then you do a clear with Rias in the party. You can die as many times as you want. Just gem it. And you get those, like, the free continues. If you just use those, you're coolin'. That's how I did my BFM run when it came out, actually. Like this fight. Where is it? It's in this one. Yeah, Defier of Fate. So I had the no deaths and no continues, but then I was trying to get the clear with Rias, and I just couldn't. He just kept dying. So I just, you know, clicked the free continue button a couple times, and boom. I won. So, to get the clear with Rias, all you got to do is clear. It doesn't matter how many continues or how many deaths you have. So, always remember that. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and there's going to be an announcement for Global and JP tomorrow. It might be another crossover just because, let's see. Frieren is ending in like a couple days, like a week. So we might be getting another crossover announced, which it's going to push back the schedule a little bit, which is going to make me kind of sad. But if it's a cool crossover, I don't care. I don't care. That's awesome. I'm a little low on gems, but you know, I'll just buy more. So yeah, that's it. See ya.